Hey guys, what's going on? Oink here, and today, gonna be kind of mixing things up a bit. We're gonna go with kind of a straight up race replay. So you'll see the cars being driven here. I'm in the nice matte pink Mercedes-Benz SLS, racing against a Ferrari 458 and a McLaren. Now what this is basically at the WRS. We've been running a 4-race series for GT3 cars, which include the 3 cars you're seeing here, plus a Ford GT with the GT3 spec on it, over 4 races, which follow like the real world Blancpain Endurance Series. And so we started at Le Mans, and then we did Spa, and then we threw in Laguna just because I think there's only the 3 tracks, and then Nurburgring, that would have had to been the first date, but we've ended up putting it as the last date, so the real world date for this one isn't correct. But we did Le Mans and we did the Spa races on the like real world races for those ones. So we're finishing up. This is the 4th race in the series. The track is the 24-hour variation on Nurburgring, and to spice things up, this race is going to be kind of like a mini enduro. So it's a 2-hour long race. We've got 14 laps of the Nürburgring on the 24-hour circuit. So it's somewhere around 2 hours finish time. I think this, and this is basically a practice race for it. So that's happening next Sunday. I'm going to be racing, and I'm going to be streaming the race as well. Might even get the camera set up so you can see me like during the race. Is gonna be amazing. Like, this is just a practice for that race. This is a full-length practice. We started off with just the 4 of us. One of the guys in the McLarens, Al, had to drop out early because I think he was attending to his kids or something. And then about halfway through, just after maybe with a few laps to go, the other guy in the McLaren, JTV, he also decided to head off. So it just left me and Mika. To begin with, you're seeing the 3 of us, me, Mika, and JTV, basically just battling it out, and it's just, this track is so, and I mean, me and Mika drove the full 2-hour race here in this practice, and like, by the end, we were still, it was still really enjoyable. So put this when you've got a bunch more cars. We're so far around maybe 9 or 10 signups, but hopefully we'll be more than that. Hopefully we'll get close to a full lounge. That'll be awesome, and it's just going to be like such an epic race. We've even got the time change on, so the race starts at 6 AM, goes for 2 hours, and it's real time change. So it's going from 6 AM to 8 AM, just when the sun is rising, and it just looks incredible. You'll probably see some of the lighting here. Like, this track just looks amazing. We're going to have that bit of time change in there, so it's going to be going from just at sunrise to sort of mid-morning, 8 o'clock sort of time, and it's going to be really, really awesome. I'll be driving this car, of course. This is the car that I drove at Le Mans. You guys might have seen that live stream as well. I think I may have live streamed it. I can't remember if I did. But basically, yes. Yeah, so basically, come along to the stream next Sunday. The race, I can't remember. I'll update on YouTube and Twitter, and I'll make the live stream event, so you'll see that on my channel. But definitely come. Like, if you guys think that this, looks like it would be fun, and or you want to come along and watch, then I would recommend it. And yeah, I guess this is just another good opportunity to say, like, this is kind of some of the awesome stuff that we do in the WRS. So if you're already not involved in WRS and you're not signed up for the GTP registry, then definitely I would recommend that. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I guess we talk about the cars and stuff. So there's the 4 cars. We've got the SLS, the 458, the McLaren, and finally the Ford. We were going to have, what was it? So there's, in the other Blancpain Endurance, there's the Lamborghini and the Nissan GTR, and maybe one other car I might be missing, but basically, due to like 4-wheel drive and various other things, it was quite difficult to equalize them. So instead, we have the 4th car is a Ford GT, and they've all got Le Mans specs. So you can see we're all using the rear wing. They got full downforce, various tunings. I think the weight is at a particular, maybe like 1,200 kilos. I can't remember, but it's at the regulation amount of weight and stuff like that. So these cars are all equalized. It's been really close, but you know, for all the different races, different guys have won. For example, the McLaren has got a massive amount of power, more so than the other cars, but it's a lot more difficult to drive, and I think it's a lot slower apex speed. So at Le Mans, the McLaren was, you know, head and shoulders quicker, and some of the guys running that car just really had a good time at that track. But then, for example, at Laguna, I didn't manage to race there, but supposedly it was a very difficult car to drive. The Mercedes, it's kind of like an in-between. Its top speed isn't the fastest, acceleration isn't the fastest, but it's really stable. Doesn't have too much oversteer, doesn't have too much understeer. Very nice handling car, so it's more like the easier car to drive, and I just really enjoyed it. The 458 supposedly more oversteer, but a little bit more acceleration, maybe a bit more power, kind of a little bit quicker. And the Ford GT, I think, is just, again, a bit more power, and I think it's quite good stability, but obviously it's only got 6 gears, unlike the other 3, which all have 7, I believe. So it's a little bit less versatile in that sense. So they've all got their differences, but they're all pretty equal. It's been pretty equal over the series, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Sunday race. So as I said, you guys check out the stream, and I'll probably add it to the description once I create the live stream event. But that'll be on YouTube, and I'm hoping that my internet speeds will hold up. Otherwise, that'll be pretty disappointing. Speaking of the internet, the stream on the F1 race was a bit dodgy because of it. Seems to have improved. They've done some maintenance to sort some of the problems that they were having out, so hopefully it's okay. If you guys go and check out the stream I did for last Wednesday's race, which was also a really good race, by the way, yeah, awesome live stream replay race. If you want to check that one out, that's also, if you go to my recent live streams on my channel, you'll see that one. That was 1080p at 30 frames per second, and I think 6 megabytes a second bitrate, and I streamed it without dropping a single frame for the entire hour-long race. So like, you can see the quality is amazing when the internet is working fine, but it just sometimes really suffers. So hoping that I can get a really nice good live stream out for this as well. Anyway, at this point, as you can see, John at JTV has decided to drop out. We're on lap 13, we're an hour and 50 minutes in, so closing on the last couple laps. And there was a few times, well, across the 2 hours, various people made various mistakes, but like for long sections of the race, for example, the beginning, me, JTV, and Mika all stayed, pretty much up together for the first lap or so, and then we rejoined. We had a little break at the hour mark and came back to it, and eventually JTV left, and then me and Mika had a good couple laps where we were kind of battling it out. So yeah, I mean, it really is like a testament to a combination of track and car. If after 2 hours, even with only a 2-man battle or a couple people on track, it's still, holding the attention, and it's still a challenge, still a fun track. And yeah, we've got obviously all the normal sort of stuff like tyre wear, tyre and fuel wear is obviously on. So that's going to be a big factor. Pitting every sort of 3 or 4 laps, so there'll be a few pit stops throughout the race. And yeah, I mean, generally it should be a really good race, and I don't know, it's something like, I mean, just the Nurburgring on itself, driving the Nordschleife, very difficult to drive very close to people, partly because obviously different driving styles, but it's such a difficult track to master because there's just so much to it. There's so many corners, and there's so many different kinds of corners that people take the corners in different ways. So just driving close to someone in the same car is a difficult thing to do at this track. So when you've got 4 different cars on track at the same time at this track, it is, it's an extremely difficult track to drive in close quarters. So it was awesome to have these battles. It was awesome to be able to drive for big sections of the race at such close proximity to these guys, to Mika and to John earlier on. And yeah, so that was, it's going to be really good. And as I said, yeah, like, you can probably get the gist, and I'm pretty excited. And yeah, so we're at lap 13 here. I'm just a bit ahead of Mika, and he's pretty much keeping on top of me. For the most part, he seemed to have like slightly higher apex speeds than me, so he was, or like slightly higher entrance speeds, I should say, so he kind of gets into the corner faster than me, and I kind of because I have such good stability with this car, I can kind of get the gas down pretty early. You know, you can see I hit the sand there, and he comes alongside. Driving side by side has got to be one of the most scary things on this track. There's just very little room, so for the most part, there's going to be kind of long sections of the track where, you know, guys are going to be running behind each other and not being able to make the overtake. So track position is going to be absolutely crucial. And then if you can hold on until that big long straight at the end of the Nordschleife section, then try and make your overtake then. And the guys in the McLaren will try and blast ahead of everyone at that stage, because that's when they can really put the power down and get a really good top speed. Anyway, that wraps up the video. As I said, hope you enjoyed it. That was really fun practice race, the real race on Sunday. Come check it out, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.